First time we ever got this far. That's of course incorrect. The United States Olympic team did get to Munich in '72. Shep Messing played in goal for them. Hugo Sanchez played for that team. Hugo is now one of the major organizers of soccer in Los Angeles for these Olympics. He was there, and so they have been there before, but they've never been there before with this kind of team. This is essentially a professional team, and with a few amateurs sprinkled in here and there, but essentially a professional team, as are all the teams coming in from the rest of the world, so that while the United States has a bit of an advantage now, if you would add, so must the other teams. After all, the Cameroon team will have a lot of players who played in Spain. The West German side will not have many of the players who played in the World Cup because they're ineligible, because they come from Europe. That's the qualification. We should explain to fans that, contrary to what some of the things you've seen in the paper, the exclusivity is that if you played for a European World Cup team or a South American World Cup team in World Cup competition, then you're ineligible to play for your country. If, however, you come from one of the other continents, not so.
And the officials leading our parade of teams, and in international fashion, they will be announced once they reach the center of the pitch. Felix Fluxman, our referee. Jose Reese is our senior linesman, and Bill Mansman is our junior linesman. The Cosmos in their home white, the World All-Stars selection in the brilliant red. Franz leading the way. He and Bogey, respective captains, I would imagine, for the sides. Certainly Bogey, the Cosmos captain. There's Ricky Davis. He and Franz added to this World All-Star team.
Peter Shilton, the goalkeeper, out there, along with stride for stride with Hubert Birkenmeier.
It is quite an evening with the weather and the crowd. It promises to be an entertaining evening of soccer, such as we've had on numerous occasions in the past here at Giant Stadium. So we'll be talking about the Olympics and Steve Moyers. He was telling me before the game about the incredible security at Palo Alto. He was out there training this past week.
It's amazing. We'll talk about that. We'll talk with Chico Borja at halftime about this. There you're saying David Bursage, also in the Olympic team. Jerry Gray from the Canadian Olympic team. Well, there's a good sight. Darryl G finally in the uniform. Not quite ready to play, but good to see him back in uniform.
Americans may need some help from Canada. The Canadians will play Yugoslavia in the first round, and American might have to play Yugoslavia in a quarterfinal match, but we're getting way ahead of ourselves. Let's turn to the matter at hand, which is a stellar evening of soccer.
Peter Shilton.
Peter Shilton will be starting in the nets out of Southampton, age 31.
From Peru, wearing number 2.
Jaime Duarte, a defender from Peru, currently playing for Cannes in France, played on the 78 and 82 World Cup selections for
from
Peru.
The United States,
Rick Davis, you need to say no more.
Rick Davis. From Holland, number 5.
Rudy Krol, the ageless one. Well, the ageless one is now 35 years of age. He captained that Dutch squad in Argentina in 1978.
From West Germany, wearing number 6.
Dirk Kaiser wearing number 6.
Beckenbauer.
Well, Franz told me he hasn't played very much recently. He's played in a few exhibition matches, but as they said, they needed defenders, and they got the best.
Keegan.
And the man we spoke of, Kevin Keegan, two-time European Footballer of the Year in consecutive campaigns in 78 and 79.
Number 8.
And they'll speak of the heroics of Mario Kempes in the 1978 World Cup for Argentina for a long time to come. Mario is here this evening.
Scotland, number 9,
Charlie Nicholas. From Scotland, currently playing with Arsenal, age 22.
From West Germany,
Felix Magath wearing number 10 this evening, the 31-year-old midfielder from Hamburg. Was watching Felix on the tube this morning on PBS.
From France, number 11.
On tape, we must assume. Dominique Rochetteu. And if you saw France in Spain 2 years ago, you know what Rochetteu can do with the soccer ball.
Number 12, Thomas
Mavros. And if you had to pick a crowd favorite tonight, any Greek player would be it. There are plenty of Greek and Greek Americans here this evening.
From Greece, number 13.
Vasilis Hatsipanagis, number 13.
Fascinating history to this young man, born in the Soviet Union of Greek
From
parentage,
Portugal,
now
number
resident
14,
in Greece and unable to play in the team, however.
Fernando Gomez, the winner of the Gold Boot this past year in Europe, the high score on the continent.
Wearing number 15,
The sole Italian on this aggregation, Giuseppe Damiani, number 15. Currently playing
From
with Milan.
Colombia, number 16.
From Colombia,
Willington
with Deportiva.
Ortiz.
Willington Ortiz, number 16.
From Portugal,
The Portuguese
number 17,
teenager who will be a force on the
Futre.
European football scene, Paulo Futre, number 17. He's age 19.
From Honduras, number 18.
From Honduras, and what a
Roberto
stellar performance Honduras gave us in Spain 2 years back. Macho, Roberto Figueroa, number 18.
Also from Portugal, number 19.
And also from Portugal at age 31, number 19, Rui Jordão, native of Angola.
From Mexico,
North American
number
Soccer
20,
League fans may remember the man who played with the
Sanchez.
Sockers 2-3 years back, Hugo Sanchez, number 20. The Mexican,
Belgium,
he's now playing with
number
Barcelona.
21, goalkeeper,
And the Belgian keeper, who is now with Bayern Munich, number 21, Jean-Marie Pfaff. And when
and the
Pfaff
head coach of the
defeated
World
Argentina to
Stars,
start the 82 World Cup in Spain, that kind of set the tone for the entire 3 weeks in España 82. Professor Mazet, Julio Mazet is the coach.
And now, the Cosmos.
And I guess his job would be like it's been in the past, the orchestration of egos, because he has got more talent than he could possibly know what to do with this evening. Hubert will start in the nets.
Still the most popular
Number
Cosmos
2,
player in my view, despite Cabañas' scoring feats.
Heskey will start on one wing defense this evening.
Number 4, Jeff
Durgan, an American Olympian. He will be a key player in the